There we go. Uh, Looking for advice on starting a computer-related career. Hi, not sure if this is the exact place to post this. I'm a 25-year-old from Brazil who has a degree in law school that I think was a complete waste of time as I don't like the area, and who was recently trying slash playing Dota 2 professionally for the last 2 years and is as of now going to stop playing. Passion has died. That said, I'm looking for options on how to go about studying computer science and or other areas related to software slash hardware. Because of family related problems and living in a small town, I don't have access to a good formal institution right now and can't leave for the next 1 to 2 years. How to know slash test what I like, have affinity, and what I don't. Is studying alone on the internet a good option? Is looking for a degree better? Maybe an online degree, a more individual work, or in team? I've seen that there is a lot of content available online. Also tried to contact at Slick. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's somebody from Linus's team. As for me, it seems that his opinions, views are similar to mine, but maybe that could be true to most people with the same shared interests that end up watching Land's show. Looking for general advice for starting out, not specifically only answers to the questions above. I greatly appreciate the feedback. Oh, I can actually reply to this. Can I reply to this? Yeah, I can. Cool. So yeah, with this one here, well, okay, I don't recommend the way that I learned tech to anyone, because essentially all I did was kind of study in a closet by myself and talk and answer my own questions. So yeah, I don't know if that's healthy. So it really kind of just depends on the person, man. If you're more of a visual person, well, I say it here. If you are more of a visual person, then I would recommend CBT Nuggets, as they have several different topics for you to choose from to see which technology tickles your fancy. If you are a more Reddit slash reading type person, then well, if you're a more ready type person, then books would be I don't know of any good ones, like tech books that I actually enjoyed reading. They were all pretty, it's not that they're bad or anything like that. I don't want to get the wrong idea. It's more so that they are very detailed and it's a lot of reading. And I'm just not the type to read books on tech. I would rather watch videos on tech to learn tech, if that makes sense. But if you're more of a reading type, then reading type person, then books from authors you normally watch online would be the way to go. Yeah, so I would go with that. I would go with something like that, right? So when it comes to, depending on how you learn, right? Because me, if I was trying to learn how to get into this field or trying to learn how to get into the tech field again, I would say CBT Nuggets is probably the best way to go, mostly because CBT Nuggets kind of starts you at like a 1 or a 2. So they don't just come in and just start blasting with guns flailing and be like, into this technology or else. So, I would say CBT Nuggets is probably one of the best. If you're trying to get into the networking field, then I would actually recommend, what is it called? He has this channel. I can't remember. I'll find it. I'll put it in the description. But he has this channel where it's free and it kind of goes over how to set up different things. But CBT Nuggets is probably going to be your best way to go in these kind of situations, because you can choose whatever technology that tickles your fancy. Like if you want to get in virtualization, you can try virtualization. But if you decide you don't like virtualization, you can switch to networking. Try out networking. You decide you don't like networking and choose to be a server admin or whatever the case may be. Or you want to get a particular certification, then I would recommend CBT Nuggets as a good starting and jumping off point. If we're talking about mid-level to a professional level and you're trying to just grow within the company after you've already chosen your field, then I'd recommend a company like INE or something along those lines. That way you can kind of get it more up to date. A new drive is out it can cost 3,000 to 9,000 multi-layered CD-ROMs and hold 1 to 10 terabytes. A new drive is out? Oh my God. Not you. Hey, how's it going? 3,000 to 9,000 multi-layered CD-ROMs? Oh my God. And hold 1 to 10 terabytes. Actually, that's pretty sweet. that's a lot of storage. But yeah, when it comes to like choosing your path and all that kind of stuff, I would just say that it really kind of just depends on what you're into. Like, I used to think that I was crazy or had something going on with me because like I don't like reading, like period. Like I don't like reading text to learn a technology. I like reading if we're talking about like learning real estate or something that's like not my main topic. But if we're talking about my main topic, I'd rather watch 100 videos than read one book. It's more interesting for me that way. So that's kind of how I did things, but it really kind of, yeah, hands-on is also really, really great. So like, for example, if you read, then you also want to have a lab to go with you. So, but you know, if you're just starting out, getting a lab is kind of hard. So I don't want to give you the wrong idea that you actually need a lab when you're just starting out. Really, you just need the time and actually just dedicate the time. And then once you actually start to enjoy it, then start to move over to like having a lab or moving on to more higher end technologies. So like if you want to go to like networking or server admin or virtualization, something like that, programming, things of that nature, then you can start moving on along those lines. But you just gotta start. There was a big point in my life where I was just afraid to start. Like I didn't know where to go. And I didn't know, like, cause I was like, oh my God, this networking, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know anything about subnets and MAC addresses and IP addresses and ACLs and all this kind of stuff. I didn't know any of that. And it was just like, it was so daunting. But as long as you take it like day by day by day by day, then you kind of get more and more comfortable. And before long, you're able to actually talk about that particular field. And the more you talk about it and the more you actually do it, the better you get. So there are also places that I've been where they just straight up throw you into the fire. If you get burned, you get burned, but you do learn. So yeah, it really just kind of depends on the person. Some people are doers, some people are seers. It really just kind of depends. So I don't want to give you the wrong idea, but that's what I would say about the computer field. I mean, I love it. When I was a kid, I was trying to choose between the computer field and what was the other one? Oh, medicine. I forgot by now. And I was just like, man, because medicine, I was like, oh my God, it makes so much money. As that's me, that's like 8-year-old me thinking that. Now, you know, adult, 30-something-year-old me is like, oh no, that's a lot of debt you take on. I'm sorry, how much debt do you have? 250,000? Nah, I'm a pass play. I'm a pass. I'm almost done with this career. we gonna hang it up here in like a decade or so. Like I'm not trying to go back to another profession and take in $200,000 worth of debt. Like you can keep that. So I don't know. It really kind of just depends on the technologies that you want to go for. But that's my thought and my take on computers, or just the computer field in general.